All right. Hey. Yeah, I mean.
So we about to take off.
Hey. Please do remain calm. About to run against it and with a little bit of soul. No time.
Welcome to the Please Remain Calm podcast. I'm Ben Gonzalez.
And I am Daniel Gonzalez. And our guest today is my cousin, actually. My wife's, we were trying to get Ben.
This is going to be so confusing.
Who Albert was to me.
Start from the top. Yeah.
My wife's cousin's husband is Albert Sanchez. Albert, welcome, man.
Thank you.
Welcome. I guess that wasn't that confusing.
No, it wasn't.
You drew a pretty straight line, but yeah, it's cousin of Danny, not of me. It's our first time meeting.
It is.
Pleasure to meet you, dude. Thanks for being on the show.
I'm actually surprised
man.
by that, man, because we've hung out a whole bunch, but I guess it makes sense.
He likes to separate his worlds.
Yeah, that is true, man. Worlds do collide, and it's always bad when they collide. Hey, listen, before we start anything, as always, the opinions stated here on the Please Remain Calm podcast are our own. They do not reflect the opinions of the Los Angeles City Fire Department, the Los Angeles County Fire Department, or the Los Angeles County Department of Health Services.
All right. 2 county guys.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, buddy.
Also, guys, before we get started, I want to say a quick shout out to our sponsor, Power Solar, P-O-W-U-R. You've heard me tell the story in the past. Isela Bonata was a fan of the show, contacted us. She works for Power, and actually my wife and I purchased solar units from Isela and Power, and it has been great. We actually just got the email that our permits were all approved, and so the installer is coming to check out awesome. and set up the installation pretty soon. So we should be rocking with solar pretty soon. Power was established in 2014. They're one of the largest and fastest growing solar companies in the United States. They've got over 5,000 successful installations. And they do this stuff all the time. So if you guys are looking for solar, even if you're not and you're just thinking about it now because we're talking about it, please contact Power, contact Isela Bonata, that's I-S-E-L-A Bonata. Her phone number is 310-435-0231. Or you can look at her website, it's www.solarenergyqueen.com, or you can email her at solarqueen.isela, that's I-S-E-L-A @gmail.com, and get started on your solar journey. You'll be helping yourself out money-wise. I'm telling you, you're going to save money going solar. Most importantly, you're going to help save the environment, man. I think all this climate change stuff gets repaired by each one of us doing our little part every single day as best that we can. And this is one way that Bernie and I are doing it. And I think you guys should do it too. Call Power.
You save some bread, you meet your needs, and you have some peace of mind. And we also have other listeners who have already been contacting and getting their solar hookups. And it's nice. We appreciate you guys supporting our sponsors and our sponsors who support our show. And it's also good to know that, we got listeners who got homeowners.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
Little
responsible.
Yeah,
responsible. I mean, I might even have kids. Who knows, man?
Yeah, this is what I'm saying,
it's
man.
Good to know,
man. The clientele, our demo.
Okay, let's get right into this story with Albert, because, man, it's an intense story. We were doing kind of like a little pre-interview before you got here, man.
Yeah.
And it's you hear, we're going to be talking about cancer on this episode, and we've talked about it in the past. And typically, I think when people listen or you hear like a long cancer story, they're kind of depressing stories.
It's very depressing.
Yeah, depressing.
I don't even like hearing cancer stories.
Exactly, man.
Right.
It's just depressing.
And so, you turn on a podcast and you oh shit, fucking can't, I don't know if I want to listen to this one.
Yeah.
Trust me, guys, you want to listen to this one. Not only is Albert young, was really young when he was diagnosed.
I was 33.
33 years old, which is fucking insane.
Yeah,
Crazy
that's insane. Yeah.
But he's also a firefighter with the LA County Fire Department. How long you been on the job, man?
A while, Danny.
Come on,
man. You forget.
When did you get hired? What year did you get hired?
2009?
2003? Yeah. 2003, right? Yeah. Okay, so 18, about the same.
So yeah.
I was December 03. I'll have 18 years in December.
So there you go.
So there you go. 18 years on the job. This took place back in 2013.
Yes.
Was when you were diagnosed. So look, man, 10 years on the job with the fire department. And when you got 10 years, a decade in with the fire department, your life is rolling at that point, man.
It's great, man.
It's not like you don't have a lot on your plate or you don't have a lot going on or anything. When you first get on the fire department, at least for me, man, I was learning how to be a man at that point.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I was learning how to live on my own and pay my bills on my own, manage my money, people are talking about investing and shit. And I was just trying to keep my head above water just to make sure I could afford the next Vegas trip, or the next weekend out with the guys and shit like that. 10 years on the job though, man, you own a house already.
Yeah,
you know what I
man.
mean? You definitely have at least a dog that you actually love. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You've got, you might have investments here and there. You definitely got money in the bank. More importantly though, you have relationships, man, that you've nurtured and built over the past decade. You know what I mean? That, your life grows and blossoms, especially when you're making good money and you're working for the fire department. You're meeting all these new people and shit like that. So stick with the show today, guys. This is my point. Okay. It's a very interesting story. It's one that could happen to anyone. And it's one that we're going to talk to Albert, who is a healthy, fit guy who didn't have any pre-existing conditions or anything like that, who was on full stride in his life at the time that it happened. And in discussing all this and actually going through it, it's really a story that could happen to any fucking one of us listening to this podcast right now.
Right.
So stick with us today, guys. I guarantee you're not going to be disappointed with this episode of the podcast.
Absolutely. And if you remember, if you stuck with us or been with us for a minute, I think it was episode 23 or 24. We had Sophie Alexander, who was a breast cancer survivor. Yeah. We're not really trying to pull at your heartstrings with a survival story or anything. It's not like Jesse Raphael. We get into the nuts and bolts of what you can expect and what you go through and what happens.
And what are the real emotions and thoughts that go through it.
There's a million of them.
There's a million of them. So without further ado, take us back, man. Take us back to 2013 when you before the diagnosis. What was life like?
Life was great, man. I was going out with Yvonne. We were having a great time in our life. Everything was going so smoothly in my life. We lived together. We're looking to buy a house, looking to move forward. I was actually thinking about marrying her and all this good stuff. And like I said, life couldn't be better.
Yeah, man.
I was fit, healthy, working, had a great job.
And healthy, like no hint of anything that could be like, Danny. You weren't getting random aches or anything like that. Nothing
at all. I went to physicals regularly. Everything was great. Blood work was fine. I don't think I actually thought it was pretty damn healthy,
Yeah. And that's actually,
you're a good, healthy 33-year-old. I worked out, ran, lifted weights. I was pretty fit back then.
Yeah.
And for something like this to come out and just grab me by the balls and say, hey, you're coming with me. It was really weird. I had no clue at all. And
that's one of the good things. I always get younger guys that are coming up asking me about the fire department, stuff like that. It's one of the great things about being part of a fire department or this profession is it's a job requirement to be healthy.
Yeah.
You gotta be healthy. You have to be able to go 0 to 100 when you're asleep at night and not have a fucking heart attack. You know what I mean?
You really do.
So you have this air as you're going through life that I'm healthy. I work out every single day. I lift weights.
I eat healthy.
Yeah.
I wasn't eating bad at that time. I was really healthy. Eat chicken, salads, pretty healthy diet in a sense. I mean, I wasn't no fit guru, but I did my best to keep healthy.
Sure. Yeah. Take us to the day where all of that kind of turned.
Just a normal day. Let's put it that way. So I was at work, doing my regular checkouts.
You assigned to the squad or you assigned?
I was assigned to the engine.
You're assigned to the engine.
Yeah, Engine 87.
And LA County runs 3-man engines, right?
Yes.
Okay, so you're the
I believe at that time we had a 4-man engine. Yeah, I'm almost positive we had a 4-man engine at that time. Okay. And I remember just going around, walking, talking, typical morning, bullshitting with guys, high-fiving, all that good stuff, getting ready for the day. And all of a sudden, I get this really extreme sharp pain in my abdomen. And it's extreme. I'm talking where I was walking and I stopped and I was like, whoa, what is going on? What is this? Maybe a cramp, maybe not, okay, well, whatever. Go on, it lasts about 10 seconds. I keep going on through my day. And, comes like a little, all right, that felt weird, but wasn't as bad as the last one. Go out to lunch, eat some food. I used to eat chicken a lot then. I think I had a chicken sandwich, grilled chicken sandwich too.
Okay.
But I eat it and it comes on intense again. And I'm like, okay, something's going on. Like, what's up? Like, do I got gas?
Like sharp, like
just
10 out of 10.
Extremely 10 out of 10. I'm talking.
And it's localized.
I couldn't take a step.
Really?
I would be walking and I would stop, like, dude, chills in my body. Like, I got little sweat marks, on my forehead. Like, it was that bad. And I was like, oh my God. And, I'm thinking bad chicken, gas, something weird, like, I'm like, maybe.
No sensation like you were nauseous or like you had to take a shit or anything like that. Just pain, pure pain.
Just straight pain. Like I'm getting stabbed right in my gut.
Yeah.
See, and he's making a good point now too, because when you do get sharp pain like that, that's how everybody reacts. Like you notice it, but you don't really think it's anything. And you're just kind of hoping it's going to pass. Oh, well, that's passed.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I thought. And I thought, okay, maybe I ate bad chicken. Maybe I got some kind of gas. Maybe I needed to go to the restroom. Yeah. And later on in the day, I did go to the restroom, urinated, nothing. I was looking like for blood, nothing.
Yeah. Right. Let me see this shit.
Yeah. Went number 2, nothing. Looked in there, same thing, looking at it, examining it, like, God, is there blood in this thing? Is there wiping my ass and is there blood in my, nothing. I'm like, okay, well, maybe it'll just go away. Well, the day progresses and it comes to nighttime and I don't sleep at all night. I'm up all night with just those really stabbing pain that would come and go. Last 10 seconds, go away. Just come and go as it pleased. Well, the next morning, I had an overtime at another station. I get up, being a typical guy, like, you know what, I'm just going to push through it. It'll go away. Nothing's going to be wrong with me. And
sure.
What could be wrong with me? Get my stuff, load up my gear, go to the station. And one of the guys is like, hey, Al, you look a little weathered. You look gray. Are you okay? Is everything okay? And kind of telling the story. I started getting these sharp pains in my stomach, but I feel fine, but like I just get these intermittent sharp pains. Crazy. It's really sharp, dude. And as I'm talking to him, I'm like, oh my God, dude.
But he noticed that you look like shit.
Yeah.
And you hadn't really noticed that yet.
I'm not one of those guys that looks in the mirror too often. I do shave, stuff like that.
I would have noticed immediately if I looked like shit. Oh, yeah. First thing in the morning, I'd be like, whoa, you do not look like yourself.
What is going on? But no, I didn't, and to me, just maybe I didn't sleep well. You know?
And sometimes you get that too, man. Sometimes you just get sick, or you get it. You just like you said, you ate something bad. Your stomach doesn't agree. It's like, damn, do I really want to give up this overtime? This, fucking $1,000 or whatever it is. That's at the time.
Everybody reacts to 10 out of 10 pain though at first, because it comes sharp like that. Then it goes like, oh, okay, I'll be all right.
Yeah. You think it's gonna pass, and ran into another guy, and he's like, damn, dude, you all right? And I'm one that I like to joke around, so I'm thinking, oh, these guys probably are, fucking with me, just telling me I'm like shit because, you know how it is. So I'm like, all right, whatever. Go on with my day, and it's just all day now. And I was getting like to the point where I'm like just sitting there, like, okay, like breathing hard, like I feel like I'm going into labor. It's not that bad, but it's pretty bad. And I go through the shift. It's a pretty slow station.
You work the whole day?
Yeah, I worked the whole day, the whole 24. Because I knew it was going to be an easy overtime. We're going to get a couple calls, but it's not crazy busy. So, all right, cool. Got through it. The next morning, woke up, and they're like, dude, you probably should go to the doctor. You don't look good. I heard you tossing and turning all night. You kept all of us up because you're over here huffing and puffing.
You're in a dorm with everybody else.
They hear me grunting and stuff, and they're like, dude, you don't look good, Al. And I go, and I remember looking in the mirror, and I'm like, okay, I kind of do look pale. I look a little gray. Maybe I should go. Way home, I'm like, nah. Just going to go home, go to bed.
Yeah.
You know what? Fuck it. I'm going to stop at the hospital. Stop real quick. So I pull into Whittier Hospital because it's on my way home. It's down Colima. If you guys are familiar with Whittier, it's down in Colima and Whittier Boulevard. Stop by there, which is probably not the best choice, but it's
absolutely not.
I didn't think I didn't think anything was wrong with me, Right. I'm just thinking, hey, I'm gonna go in there real quick. They're giving me some medicine. I'm gonna be on my way home. So I stop by there. Doctor checks me out, palpates my stomach, does some blood work, X-ray, ultrasound. You know what, Mr. Sanchez? There's nothing wrong with you. You know what? You're fine. Let's just go ahead and discharge you. If anything happens, come back home. Or come back here. Come back here. Go ahead and go home and enjoy your day. I'm like, okay, sweet. No, something's wrong with me. Something's going on. I am not I don't want to sound like a big old macho man, but I don't really cry too much about pain. This is extreme. Like I'm not here because, you know, I broke my fingernail or I broke my finger.
Yeah.
I'm here because this is making me very uncomfortable. I can't even walk. Like I am stopping every 10 steps because I cannot walk. Something's wrong with me. There has to be something wrong with me because I know, like, my body. It's your body. Yeah. You know your body.
But they did a bedside ultrasound, abdominal, didn't see anything.
Nothing.
So, and they didn't want to see
ultrasound, blood work.
Fine, you know, urinalysis, all that stuff. Nothing. And I'm like, okay, maybe something's not wrong with me. Maybe it'll just pass. They give me antibiotics, pain meds, and say, that's it. And I'm sitting there checking out, you know, getting my discharge paperwork, and it comes again. And I say, hold on, did you do every check? Is there anything that I missed? Like, is there something else that you guys aren't doing? Because something's wrong with me.
They did.
Like, and he's like, well, we could do one more scan, you know, CT scan and see, but you don't need it. I guarantee you it's gonna be a waste of your money, waste of your time. And I'm like, look, I'm already here. I got insurance, I got money. Let's just check everything off, just so I know for myself, you know, like, let's check everything off.
Right.
And he's like, all right, shuffles through his paperwork, you know, kind of like attitude-ish.
Yeah.
And they send me off, you know, have me throw a gown on, send me off. I'm on a little gurney, just going to get my scan. Well, after the scan, one of the nurses comes and says, Mr. Sanchez, we're going to admit you into the hospital. I said, okay, what's going on? What happened? What did I miss? Is there something they found? She's like, well, I'm not sure, but I know they told me to go ahead and admit you, that they're going to do some, like, look over some stuff. Okay, cool. So I'm thinking a couple hours, you know, to fucking look over the stuff. Maybe they found something. Yeah. Cool. Told you.
Certainly they're going to tell me. Right? Yeah. Certainly they'll tell me if they found something serious.
Yeah. So go up there, you know, it's probably 4 or 5 o'clock. Doctor leaves for the day. So I'm staying the night now. Okay. Next morning, sitting there, just like, you know, twiddling with my thumbs. Oh, we need to get blood work. We're going to put you on a restricted diet, you know, pretty much just all liquids and clear fluids. I'm like, okay, cool. Let's do it. Well, it's one day. Waiting for the doctor to get some kind of feedback, some kind of information, nothing. Next thing you know, it's 5 o'clock again. Oh, well, the doctor went home for the day. He'll be here tomorrow. Okay, cool. So then I'm staying now on day 2.
The entire first day of admission, you didn't see a doctor?
No. Second day, same thing. Third day, same thing. Now I'm on day 4. Okay. And now I'm kind of like, what the fuck?
Yeah. You don't know your diagnosis yet?
No,
or anything?
Nothing. I'm pissed off. I'm chewing out, not too bad, but I'm giving some choice words to these nurses about, like, hey, like, if you guys are going to keep me here, at least let me know why you're keeping me here. Well, I can't tell you. It's the doctors, you know, we're waiting for the oncologist to get here, this and that. Well, before even that, but
yeah.
So how I found out was my, at the time, girlfriend, my wife now, Yvonne, but she's going up the elevator to come visit me. And as she's exiting the elevator, one of the nurses says, I'm so sorry about your boyfriend. And she's like, what do you mean? She's like, yeah. She's like, I'm so sorry. You know, like, I hope you're doing okay. If you need anything, we're here to help you. And she's like,
yeah.
What?
The fuck are you talking about?
Yeah. God, and dude, they said, your boyfriend has cancer. And
to her.
And
they hadn't told it to you yet.
The nurse.
And not even telling me yet.
Unreal, man.
Yeah.
So next thing you know, I'm like all happy, you know, just sitting there just like, oh, sweet. Waiting for Yvonne to get here. You know, it's my baby. Can't wait to see her. She comes in and she's bawling and like
and she
almost
doesn't know
crawling
that you don't
in
know.
the room like she just got a death sentence, you know, like she's freaking out. And I'm like, what's up? Like, come here. What's going on? What happened? I'm thinking something happened to maybe one of her family members or something else.
On the way over here.
Yeah, something else. Like, is your family okay? Is my family okay? What's going on? Like, what happened? And she tells me, you don't know? And I said, no, what? Yeah, no, what? No. Well, I haven't seen anybody. And she's like, she told me you have cancer. And I remember just like everything pausing. You know, it's like that movie, those movies where like just the ringing in your ears goes off and everything goes into slow motion.
Yeah.
And I just remember thinking like, oh shit, like what? And she's like, yeah. And I'm, are you sure? I just remember telling her, are you sure? They haven't told me yet. And she's like, the nurse told me you have cancer. And I just remember, I think I told Danny this, that I wasn't even scared about having cancer. I was pissed off that I had to find out this way.
Sure.
And I was pissed off that they had to tell Yvonne this way.
Super irresponsible.
I mean, the HIPAA violation, that is
So
1,000% the wrong way to do that.
And that's the reason that procedures are in place for that. You know what I mean?
Well, let alone letting you go 4 days without telling your diagnosis or updating.
All I was on a restricted diet. They're getting blood work. They're, I need a urine sample. Can you poop in this little container? All that stuff.
You made a good point at the beginning, though, when you said wasn't sure if that was the best choice of hospital, because we talked about this before on the show. They're not all the same.
Not all hospitals are made the same.
And the
bro.
specific things that they were telling you, the doctor's gone. That small hospitals like that, they're limited doctors.
Yeah.
Straight up. And they do leave, or they have to call them from home. They don't always want to come in. And the way that they didn't do like the complete diagnostic for you and you had to ask for a CT.
Yeah.
They'll do that because it's more work, more things they have to order. If they don't have oncology on staff or on call, they have to find somebody else that's outside of the hospital. Then they can't get that work up that quick. It's just more of like a pain for them. You know what I mean? So for him to say nothing's wrong with you, you can go home, take these pain pills. It's easier.
If it gets worse, he's going to come back.
Exactly.
So,
or he'll go somewhere else.
Yeah.
Not only that, man, but just like there are thorough and not so thorough paramedics, there are thorough and not so thorough doctors.
Absolutely.
Just the same.
Absolutely.
Not to go off on a tangent or anything, but when Bernie took Robert in the first time, he had something on his throat. She looked at it. She's a PA, obviously. So she looked at it and said, fuck, man, we need to get this looked at. Took him in, same fucking thing, man. They did a bunch of stuff and said, hey, listen, I don't think it's anything. It's probably just like a little infection, swollen tonsil or whatever it is. Here's some antibiotics. You guys are gone. And as she's leaving and they left, they called back. Another doctor had looked at it and said, no, you got to call this guy back, and came back in. And she, the whole time, was thinking, I know it's something I should.
Going on.
So that triggered her to go, you know what? I'm never going to do that again. I'm never going to allow them to tell me. I'm going to look at everything. And if, you know what I mean? I'm going to be because she knows now,
right, yeah.
I'm going to be the one to decide when
Right.
enough is enough or what needs to be done. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it happens, man. It's fucking scary to think about, especially if you're somebody out there listening who doesn't have any kind of background in medicine or anything. If you're being told by a guy in a white coat, or a gal in a white coat.
Who you trust. You're going there to get an answer.
Don't worry about it. Go home. You're going to believe that nine times out of 10, Thank God you didn't. But let's...
Yeah.
So you're there. Yvonne comes in. She's bawling. You find this news out. You're pissed. Obviously.
And I say, I need to talk to a doctor. I need to talk to somebody. Give me some answers. Well, hold on. He's going to be here. We're waiting for an oncologist to get here, this and that. Well, I have a doctor come in and kind of tell me a quick rundown. Yeah, we think you have cancer. You have a mass in your stomach and it's in your colon. We don't know what it is yet. We need to do a colonoscopy and, we'll go from there. And I'm like, okay.
4 days.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you don't know who this doctor is either.
No.
Yeah.
I don't even know I don't know anybody. These are just randoms coming in. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, I tell Yvonne, like, hey, I need to get out of here. I'm like, I need to get out of here now. Yeah. And I remember grabbing my laptop and just doing research. I was there for the day. I was like, okay, the day's already done. It's already like 6, 7, 8 o'clock at night. I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to go home and do nothing, or I could wait here to see in the morning and see if this guy comes in, So that whole night, I stood up literally all night just researching what it is I think I have and what are good doctors and what do I go from here and what do I do and do I need surgery? What kind of surgery do you need? What is going on?
Right.
So I'm just reading about all this information, soaking it up and trying to figure out what am I going to do? Like, what's my next step? What am I going to do? And, I end up passing out 4 or 5 in the morning. Next thing you know, I'm waking up. They're poking me again. Doctor comes in and says, hey, I think we, got cancer. We're going to do colonoscopy and this and that. And I'm like, no, look, let me just cut it short here. I want to get out of here. I want to sign my paperwork, discharge paperwork. You are not going to be doing anything. I'm out of here. And he's like, no, you got to stay here. We have another oncologist coming in. I'm like, listen, I've heard that for 4 days already. I'm going on 5. If I have cancer, I don't have much time. I need to go somewhere. I need to go somewhere that's going to actually care and do something.
Yeah.
Right.
And
that's one thing you realize, man, with cancer is time. Time is the most valuable commodity you have,
It is huge.
Yeah.
And one thing I'm going to step off the ledge here, but I highly recommend people get tested. You know, we live in an era where everyone's scared of, you know, whatever, this and that. And you don't want results because you just don't, you know. My dad was always scared to go to the doctor because he never knew.
Sure.
Right.
Kind of had a feeling that some stuff was wrong with him and all that
man.
stuff, you know, but he never wanted to go to the doctor. He'd rather just go on his own terms, you know. And I know a lot of guys that at work that think, oh gosh, they're going to jam this big old rod right up your, you know, right up your ass to get a colonoscopy. Yep. It's like, no, dude, it's not even like that. You know, it's something that you won't even feel. It's the most tiniest little thing. Like, you know, like you don't even, it's nothing, but something like that can change your life, you know, like they say that the ages of men getting colon cancer now are dropping by, you know, every 5 years now. So now they're saying guys in their 40s, even 30s now should be getting colonoscopies.
Right.
So it's, you know, it's especially, and I always tell my patients this, man, you know, people call with chest pain or something like that, and it's gone away now, and it's gone away. I think it was just indigestion and shit. Okay, listen, yeah, everything we check looks normal. Yeah, you're right. Okay, but at your age, it'd be smart to get shit checked, and anything having to do with your heart, your brain, cancer, time is important, man. Time is important. The sooner that you catch things like that. Yeah. You know, the plaque in a vessel here on a checkup, you know, something in your colon on a colonoscopy, a routine colonoscopy, something. The sooner you catch that shit and start treating it, the better it is.
It's and it won't be as bad as you probably think. Well, so let's go on with this thing. I ended up looking up City of Hope, and I've heard a bunch of great things about them. And that day I checked out, and they were like, you can't leave. You know, you got to talk to the doctor. I said, no, bullshit. I'm leaving. Either you come take these, you know, the IVs out, or I'm going to do it myself. And, you know, she's like, okay, well, doctor comes up, tries to talk me out of it. And I said, no. Listen, I'm out of here. Thanks for your help. I appreciate it. I'm gone. Yeah. I ended up leaving, going home, and on the way home, calling up City of Hope, and I had Iman call them too.
Took all your records with you and everything, from
everything, from every diagnostic check, all my blood work, everything that they had. I said, I need that, and I need that now. Had to fumble around with the downstairs, you know, department of getting it, and I'm like pleading to them, I need this now. Like, don't take your time on this. I'm gonna wait downstairs for it. Like, I need it now. You know, they give me the runaround, of course. You know, it's gonna take a couple of days and this and that. I'm like, no. I don't have a couple of days, sweetheart. I need this now.
Yeah.
So get a hold of somebody at City of Hope and tell them my story. And I'm like, look, they're telling me I pretty much got stage 4 cancer. It's eating me up. The doctor here told me I have about 30 days to live. I don't want to die. You know, I hopefully can get something done. Can you have somebody over there look at this and help me out? I'm 33 years old. I don't want to die.
I got a life, man.
That was a good pitch, dude.
Yeah.
And that's a thing too. Like when you want a new doctor or a new facility, like to look at your stuff, you kind of do have to like pitch yourself to them or have somebody pitch you for them to do it. Cause they have so many cases.
They have so many cases. And if I just say, oh, well, hey, I got diagnosed with cancer. Geez, go figure. Everybody out here is diagnosed with cancer. Right? That's why you're going to City of Hope. But I kind of told her like everything. I'm 33. I'm fit. I'm a firefighter. Nothing's ever been wrong with me. They told me I got 30 days pretty much to live.
Yeah. You are a guy to save.
I don't want to die. I'm not, you know, like, can you please have somebody look over this? And she's like, yeah, I promise you I will. I'm like, look, I got everything with me. I got the discs. I got, you know, everything, all my documentation, all my paperwork. I'm just going to take it to you. I'm just going to go straight, drive over there because it's in Juardy and I live in Whittier. It's not too far. 10-minute drive. Boom. Jumped on the freeway, took it there, dropped it off, met her. And she's like, kind of like, God, you're young. You know, young.
Yeah, man.
And she's like, okay, I'm going to do my best. We're going to do our best. We're going to try to find somebody to look at this and get you, but we will, you know, we'll help you out. We're going to do whatever we can. Later that day, I get a call from her and she's like, hey, one of the doctors here, Dr. Sanchez, looked at it and he wants you to come in on Monday and we're pretty much going to admit you on Monday. And, if you don't know, Dr. Sanchez, my last name's Sanchez, and this top doctor happens to be Sanchez.
Right.
And, you know, the first time meeting him, I was just like, hey, what's up, cousin? And he's like, cousin? I'm like, yeah, well, you're Sanchez, I'm a Sanchez. What are the odds? And he's like, dude, that is so kind of weird. And go figure, if you were to look at the picture.
Can we put that pic of him and the doctor
This guy is almost as young as me. Okay. And I'm thinking of an older doctor, already, you know, like, but later come to find out this guy's like pretty highly respected doctor.
If you're an onc at City of Hope, and
the guy's just, you know, like is old. I'm a couple years older than me, but I'm like,
A young doctor is not such a bad thing, man.
No, it's
you know
not.
what I mean.
You know,
there are different ways to look at medicine and to think about, and just like any other profession, man, you get locked into your ways of looking at things, and if you don't grow with the research and advancements that happen in that field, you could be old and that's great. I mean, he knows a lot, but he's not at the forefront. You know?
Yeah, you know, it's just like us with technology. You know, I remember being young and looking at all these older guys that couldn't keep up with an email, and texting. Yeah. And now I'm that old guy where it's like there's all these different EFTs and all this weird stuff. And
the kids got the VR thing.
They're teaching us all this stuff.
I
have a hard time keeping up now because I'm living life and I'm trying to do things for my family and kids. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So, you know, and like I said, my first thought was just like, God, this guy's pretty young. That's pretty cool. You know, like, you know, bitching. He can relate to me, you know, like he can relate. And I remember talking to him, telling him, dude, doc, don't want to die. I'm young.
He had already looked at all your stuff at this point.
Yeah. And he was looking it over with me. And I'm sitting there just like, kind of like breaking down. I'm telling him like, dude, I don't want to die. I've never, and I'm in my mind, I'm thinking, God, all the bullshit I've done that I thought at that time meant something. Like I've never had a fucking kid, never had a chance to get married. I never did anything in life. Like anything that's work. Like, I thought I had time. All I did was fucking party and have fun, you know, enjoy my life. Yeah. And at that time, you think you're living a good life and you're doing everything, you know. I'm living the life of a 33-year-old that most 33-year-olds wish they could live. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like Danny said, I got money, got a good job. Mm-hmm. I'm out traveling, doing whatever I want.
Got a girl, yeah.
Mm-hmm. There's that quote, a man has two lives, and the second one begins when he realizes he only has one.
Yeah.
Right? Mm-hmm. That's fucking true, man.
Yeah. It is.
It's true.
And that's the only thing that stuck in my head, like for a good portion of it. It was like, God, I never did anything in my life. You know, sure, I've had all these accomplishments, but to me, I wanted to have a family. I wanted to get married. You know, all the things that kind of like, to me these are like life-changing events, you know? And I'm thinking like, God, great. I went to Vegas, you know, I went to here, I went there. And we're talking and he's looking over this, you know, looking over stuff and, you know, scans and this and that, and kind of explaining it to me that I have a long road ahead. And if he's going to do anything, and if I'm going to get through this, we have to do it now, because if not, time is not on my side.
Yeah,
and it might not work out. So this is Monday. He told me I'm having major surgery on Wednesday. So I'm pretty much like, whoa, okay. I got a day to enjoy my life because I don't know if I'm going to come out of this, you know, like major surgery. This guy's telling me he's going to gut me pretty much, you know, and if it's spread other places, who knows? He doesn't know what's going to happen until he opens me up.
Yeah. Anytime you go into the abdomen, whether it's cancer or a shooting, a stabbing, they do that exploratory surgery to see, because everybody's intestines and everything are all twisted up in different, I mean, essentially the same, but everybody's anatomy in there is a little bit different. So you have to explore and see what's going on. You can't always see everything on scans.
Yeah, you can.
And what they'll do is remove anything that's taken by the cancer, because they have to remove all the cancer. So if you have body parts in there that have been affected or have now cancerous, they're gone. And you're just going to live without a spleen or live without half your stomach, or
not only that, but there are like easements past the actual cancer itself. Like you can't just cut out the cancer. You got to cut out tissue that's, and depending on what the tissue is, this much more than what the actual tumor is or whatever, you know, to make sure that you're getting every cell and doesn't spread again, which happens a lot, man.
It does.
So there's a lot involved with just removing a tumor in general, but with multiple tumors in your abdomen, that exploratory surgery, man, that's a major surgery. Mm-hmm.
It's huge.
Can we show the pic of the zipper scar on his belly there? Just to give you guys an idea of the type of surgery we're talking about. That was that surgery, the first one. Yeah.
And again, it's like all you can do. This is your option. You're at the place for it.
I'm at his mercy, you know.
All I did at the time
was, all I did at the time was just pray and just hope for the best, you know. Like I have no other choices, you know, like either that or I just let the time pass and that's it. We'll see what happens. You know, one guy tells me 30 days. It could be 2 weeks. It could be tomorrow.
Sure. Yeah, man.
So I'm in there like, wow, got a day left to enjoy myself. You're just flooded with emotion. Like, I don't even know what went through my mind, my heart. Everything was just, it's kind of like weird because like in my head, I'm like, I'm not going to go. But in my heart and my soul, I'm like, fuck, it's it. You know, like, I'm done.
You're realistic about it. Yeah.
You don't really hear too many successful cancer stories, you know, let's be honest. Like cancer, you hear
especially
people,
at that level, man.
No, and,
you know?
and 10 years ago, you know, like you don't hear too much. Every time I heard somebody mention cancer, it was usually a grave outcome. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
It wasn't the best. And I'm thinking like, great, got a day. Just let me enjoy it. You know?
Yeah.
And, you know, I went home and just kind of hung out, you know, with Yvonne, my little dog, little Shug, my pug.
Yeah.
You know, hung out with them and just, I remember just being emotional, like finding a new stage of myself, like just really, I'm not an emotional type.
Sure, man. Yeah.
But it sunk into me where I was just really feeling something emotional. Like I was just, didn't want to cry, but I cried. Mm-hmm. Had trouble breathing because I was anxious, you know, like worried, scared, all this stuff. And I was like, fuck, why me? Why fucking me?
Yeah.
But then again, I said, okay, well, like be confident. Like, don't give up on yourself. Don't give up on yourself. Don't give up on life. It's not done yet.
Yeah. That energy is important, man.
Like, you know, like smack myself in my face. Like I'm just sitting there just like, you know, go splash my face with water, look in the mirror and like, come on, Albert, you're going to get through this. You're going to get through this.
Start thinking of what's in your favor.
Yeah. Let's go. Come on. And I started thinking all this stuff and like being positive and thinking like, okay, you're going to get through this. You're going to get through this. That whole night, again, I stood up pretty much all night, just, you know, praying and please help me. Like, you know, and not feeling sorry for myself anymore, but thinking you're going to get through this. It's going to be tough. You know, it's going to be tough. Get ready. Get ready because this is going to be your one lifetime battle that you need to get through. You know, this is it. This is like, you know, David and Goliath. You know, you're fighting the fucking big guy right now. And what are you going to do? Run and hide? Or are you going to sit there and swing? And I said, I got to swing. You know, like I'm coming. I'm coming, baby. I'm coming. So, So, I woke up, went to the hospital and just
surgery day now.
Surgery
right?
day. Yeah. Mm-hmm. You know, remember just shaving my body and doing all this weird stuff and just, you know, laying on the gurney or the little hospital bed and then sending me off. And I just remember thinking like, God, this could be it. You know? And I remember just closing my eyes and I cracked a joke to the doctor. I don't remember what it was, but I remember they kind of laughed. And I cracked a joke, laughed myself, and then that was it, done.
Yeah.
And I remember waking up and just waking up in extreme pain.
Oh, yeah.
Waking up, where the fuck am I? What is this tube in my nose?
Show that pic, man.
I could barely breathe.
Tube in his nose.
I'm alive.
Yeah, I was going to say, but you woke up.
I'm alive. Yeah. But it took a second, you know, and I just remember kind of like just laying there like, fuck, like what happened? You know? And they were like, just relax, Mr. Sanchez, go back to bed, rest. You know, you need your rest. You're okay. You're recovering. And I kind of just knocked out. Next day, doctor comes in and says, hey, your surgery was successful. We're going to monitor you obviously and all this stuff, but it was pretty intense in there. And he started naming all, like you said, all the stuff they took out of me. Duodenum, pancreas, my large intestine, my colon, my small intestine, half my stomach, everything. Like I felt like the movie Ted. Like, I'm just like a big stuffed bear now. I just got all kinds of shit shoved in me now. Like all my stuff I was pretty much gutted, you know. And I just remember thinking like, God, I'm alive, but what's going to be the outcome? Like, am I able to go to the restroom? Am I going to have a bag? Yeah. Like, I mean, is this going to affect my whole life? Like, fuck. Like, for me, I'm like thinking like, fuck, I'm gonna get infections all the time now. I'm gonna have to have this bag issue. And I'm just thinking like negative thoughts in a sense.
Sure,
I'm like,
is she gonna still want to be with me?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
That's probably
Could I find
thing. I go
another
back to
person?
work, yeah.
I'm thinking like,
It is
I'm just seeing
possible,
myself down the road single, like with a bag. Who
Sure,
wants to
man.
deal with that?
Yeah.
Because you're not married at this point either, right?
No. And
Yvonne is an angel too, by the way, guys. Just
Yeah, she
FYI,
is.
okay?
she is. She's my sweetheart. I love her to death. I can't thank her enough for sticking by me. Like that's rough.
Oh man,
Oh, are you kidding?
I couldn't
Yeah.
imagine like God, and I thank God for
the strength it takes to do that, man.
Right. Now I feel bad that I don't
Every day.
remember if I met her.
Every day I thank God for her, man. She's a blessing. So it just, I had to learn how to breathe again. I
Yeah.
had to learn how to walk again.
Did it obviously it felt so, I mean, they're pulling everything out, putting everything back. Did it felt like that? Like
Yeah.
everything got taken out and put back in?
I felt
Yeah.
like when I was hunched over like for a good portion of time because I had no stomach muscles. Like when they cut me up,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
everything.
Oh, that's gotta heal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it got to heal. So I was walking like the letter C, like
That's
Oh, my
so
God.
the letter
hard,
C.
dude.
Yeah, I was just hunched over. I had no stomach muscle, dude. And, like I said, I had to do all these breathing exercises, walking exercises.
Breathing exercise.
It was intense. And
And for people at home to think about that, not having stomach muscles, I mean, think about how much everything affects your stomach, or like if your stomach is sore, like if you finally start doing sit-ups again after,
Well,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
just straightening out
sitting
Anything.
up.
Any
is
motion.
stretching those muscles out. But not only that, when you straighten out, you're also putting pressure on all your innards, right? All your organs and everything are getting pushed. That's why when our stomach hurts or we're feeling bloated, we always go like this.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Double
Because
over.
you're taking that pressure, that abdominal wall pressure off of your guts, basically,
So Al has no option for any relief for that. He's just got to live with that every second of the day for a while.
Fun stuff.
Yeah.
Did the doctor give you the sense that we got it all? And
He told me he took out everything that it was like the cancer was the mass was touching, everything around it as much as he could, anything that was near there that would be able to he would be able to take out without having an issue, like long-term
Right.
issue.
Sure.
He took out. He's like, we're just going to monitor you. He's like, I think I did everything. I think you're going to be okay.
What was that like?
It's great. It's one of those things where it's like, okay, cool. It's like just kind of sweeping the shit on the rug. Cause
Yeah.
I don't know, but in 2 weeks he could say, hey,
Sure. Yeah.
fuck, this shit's still in
Yeah.
there. So, I got to open you up again. And,
Sure.
That happens.
Everything with a grain of salt at that point.
So I'm like, okay, God, I hope everything's okay. I hope everything works out. And as time progressed and I started, hey, now we got to start chemo. I'm like, fuck, this shit does not end. And it's literally like a week after.
Yeah.
Right.
We got to start you on chemo. You got okay, well, what do I got to do for chemo? Okay, well, you're going to spend a whole fucking 8 hours in a hospital bed getting pumped with chemo.
Poison.
Sweet.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm looking forward to this. I can't wait,
Yeah.
Right.
I'm just like, fuck, okay, cool. Like, let's do this. Let's do this. I've already gone through a bad part. Let's let it roll. Let's go. And I had to do this for 6 months, two times a week for 8 hours a day. And I had to have a port installed.
Yeah.
And
A port is just a venous access
Permanent
that's installed.
cath,
It's a permanent catheter that's installed so that they don't have to keep poking you. Also, the chemo, it's damaging stuff. I mean, it's essentially filling your body with poison and hoping that it kills the right shit. You know what I mean? But it does damage. It does damage to your vessels. It does damage to everything. So it's
wrecks
another
you.
way for them to make sure that the vessel that it's plugged into doesn't get necrotic and die.
yeah,
from
dude,
the
there's
chemo
so
and
many
stuff.
side effects and things to look out for. And hey, you might not be able to ever have kids now. I'm like, sweet.
Yeah.
Now that goes, like I said, I
Sure.
wanted to have kids.
Yeah.
Now they're telling me, hey, dude, you might not ever be able to have kids. Like, you might be sterile for your whole life. You might not ever be able to get an erection after this. You might not be able to. You're going to get neuropathy. Your feet are going to cramp up and you're going to walk like a eagle. All this stuff. And I got that stuff. I got that stuff. I was sensitive. I couldn't touch anything cold for a while. I couldn't. My feet were cramped up. Like, I had all these bizarre things, side effects, and dude, I looked like crap. I went to the beach with Yvonne one day, and I was not outside for more than maybe 15, 20 minutes, maybe half hour. But they told me, stay out of the sun. Stay out of the sun. I was in the sun for about a half hour, enjoying myself, whatever. Yeah. I go back inside, and Yvonne is like, what in the world happened to you? And I'm like, what are you talking about? And she's like, look. And I didn't look. I looked at my shoulder. Dude, I was purple. Whoa. I got burnt in 30 minutes. Bad. That I was like purple. That bad.
Yeah.
It's bad stuff, man.
And I could not believe it. I didn't have the burnt feeling. I didn't feel like I was burnt, but my shoulders, my neck, my face, I looked like a freak show, dude. I was purple.
Your body's tossed from that stuff, dude. So anything that has any effect, the effect is completely magnified because your body's wrecked, dude.
And I didn't send a picture, but I have a picture, and I took a picture, and you can't really tell, but you could just see that I'm like glowing, dude. I'm glowing. Yeah. And it's wild because I didn't know that something like that would really, I'm just thinking I'm gonna go outside and take a walk, They tell me kind of stay out of the sun, but I'm thinking, okay, 30-minute walk is not gonna do much. I'm not in the sun for 8 hours, I'm not out there all day. And that's how much it wrecks you, it destroys you. So chemo,
6 months,
days, 6 months, two times a week. And man, you are I had a pump. This shit is getting pumped in you. Like my stomach was out to heat, as far out as you can. I was distended, dude. Yeah. And it just keeps pumping in you, dude. It keeps pumping and pumping. And if you don't, say if I don't have to go to the restroom, it just keeps pumping in you. So my stomach is getting stretched out. I'm uncomfortable, and it's 24 hours. So if I'm in bed at night and I'm trying to sleep, not only do you have all these weird sensations and feelings inside from the chemo, like you feel nauseous, you feel your stomach's sensitive, all this, you start feeling all this weird stuff going on in your body. Your body's, just not taking it well. And, you get these sweats and just, your tongue is just dry and cracky and everything in your body is just getting ruined. It's horrible. And, getting it pumped into you and you're sitting there just like, fuck, this is what I got to do. Yeah. I can't not it's just like somebody pouring water down your throat. Just keep pouring it and pouring it and pouring it and pouring it and pouring it. And okay, enough's enough. Yeah. And you feel it, but it's still going. It's still going. Yeah. You look at your bag, you still got like halfway to go. Yeah. And it was terrible, Yeah. I would have to do that, like I said, 2 times a week. But doing that, I also figured a little thing out about myself, that there are people out there that are worse than me. Being at City of Hope, I'm walking around feeling like crap and fuck, dude, like my life's over. Sure, man. Everything's ruined. Feeling sorry for myself. And, I get, I'm hooked up to, so I got a little IV holder. I'm walking around the facility and I see a little 8-year-old wearing an Angel hat, Angel jersey. And I look at him and
you said, Angels suck, Dodgers?
Right? Dude, I so wanted to, but he says hi to me and he smiles and he's like, oh, you're like me too. And I said, yeah, I'm like you, you're going to be okay. We're going to be okay. And he's like, yeah, I don't feel good though, but we're going to be okay. And after that day, I told myself I could never, ever feel sorry for myself because these little kids I see walking in and out of there, they don't know what's going on with their body. They don't know how to deal with this. Yeah. This is something they just, hey, here you go. Yeah, man. Here you go. You got cancer. Mom says, I got to walk around with this thing now. Mom says, I got to feel like this. Dad says, I got to feel like this. This is what I have to do. Yeah. They don't know.
Yeah. Do you think it's an accident that you met that little kid that day, man, or that he met you?
And he had angels on, of all things. Maybe it was an angel. Maybe it's an angel telling me to wake up. Like, hey, dude, it's not that bad. Like, you are going to be okay. Maybe you need to change your mindset. Maybe you need to change your mentality. Maybe there are people out there that are worse than you. Yeah. You should be thankful for what happened. Instead of being so down and sad about this shit, why don't you open your eyes and look at life? Like you're here again. We gave you a second chance.
Man, you can apply that to so many things in life or to so many people that are in our everyday lives, man. Yeah. Just change your perception on things.
Yeah.
At what point in your chemo did that happen?
It was, I'm going to say probably like this third week. When like I said, it was the third week.
You were really starting to feel down on it too.
Yeah.
By then.
And after that, I was kind of healing up and, kind of like, okay, well, fuck, I got 5 more months. Yeah. I got 5 more months of this shit, and didn't want to go, didn't want to deal with it. Yeah. Didn't like the way it felt. Kind of felt like, fuck, okay, well, the surgery didn't kill me. The chemo is probably going to kill me off now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, that's how bad I felt. I was like, fuck, this thing is I'm not going to make it out of this shit. This is going to be the one this is the nail in the coffin. Mm-hmm. I'm just playing this little, medicine game where they're going to fucking do this. And then I'm going to end up not making it because they told me there's a chance that your body won't take it. There's a chance that your body's going to reject it. There's all these different things that can happen. Mm-hmm. You can go on a heart failure. You can go on all kinds of different things that can happen with this chemo. So I'm just like, okay, well, now I'm playing a different waiting game. I went from having 30 days to now I maybe got 6 months.
Yeah.
Sweet. I just, now I got a little bit more time. But when I met that kid and then I started looking around and I started going back with a positive attitude. Started, smiling at people. Yeah. Started saying, hey, it's going to be okay. Hey, I'm okay. You're going to be okay too. I'm here just like you, where you're going to be okay. Like, hey, kind of like pick it up, not pick it up, but like, you're going to be okay. We're going to be okay. And even though sometimes I know it's different for everybody, you might not have the same kind of cancer. You might not have the same result, but all I could do was just try to show some positivity in that place, because that place, everybody in there has cancer.
Yeah, man.
Everybody in there is grim. Everybody's sad. It's like there's only so much positivity in there, and it's usually the people that don't have it.
Yeah.
Well, where are the people that do have it, and where's the positive outcomes from them?
Yeah, man.
They're not there. Like usually they're there and they're just like, fuck, this sucks.
Yeah.
Because that's how I was.
Yeah.
And I started going around and I went to the kids, the guys, can I go to the kids, the little kids ward? It was on the 3rd floor. Mm-hmm. Can I go? And they're like, well, they kind of want you to stay away from the kids because they're going through the same thing. You can get sick from anything, and I can get the flu while I'm on chemo and literally die.
Sure.
Your body is going
so
to
immunocompromised.
Yeah, immunocompromised. You could literally, so they don't want anybody. These, I was wearing masks and stuff like that before they're cool now.
Sure. Yeah.
But
everybody's wearing them now.
Yeah.
Losers.
So, I would cruise by there and like at the window, say hi to kids and, like thumbs up, and they'd be like, hey, they're playing and like waving and stuff like that. And I'd look at the little pictures they drew and all the artwork and stuff like that. And I'm like, man, these kids still are like positive. How am I, in my head, I'm like, how am I feeling so sorry for myself? And how am I, when these kids are like thriving, they still draw a beautiful house and a son and a little dog and their mom and dad. Yeah. And then, and it's what I needed at that time,
Yeah, man.
And from then on, dude, I was indestructible. Like, I swear, my mindset, my mentality, I was unstoppable. Nothing was going to stop me. And I fed off that, dude. And I just started thinking of inspirational quotes and reading and looking up things that would bring me up, instead of like when I feel down, okay, no, Albert, don't go there. Mm-hmm. Let's go this way. This is some inspirational music, like whatever it was, hip hop, rock.
Started making a lot of sense why people do that when they get cancer, huh?
Yeah. And just let's turn the page. Let's go. Read the Bible. Read whatever it is. Find something new. Do something new. Don't sit there and for 8 hours think about how shitty your life is, because it's a long time.
Yeah.
It's a long time. 8 hours sitting in a room getting pumped with some shit. It's not fun.
Yeah.
So I just started to feel better about myself mentally, and I knew, okay, I got 5 more months of this. Let's go. Right. Come on. 5 months is going to go by quick, and you have a whole life ahead of you. Don't look at it as, fuck, I got 5 months. Man. That's forever.
Change your perception. You change.
5 months is going to go by quick. This whole thing's gone by so fast already. It's going to go by quick.
When it went by, you were done. You had your last treatment. How long before you found out that you were in remission?
I think they say it's either 3 years. They were like, okay, you're doing good. You have these like marks, 3 years, 5 years. And then I want to say it was 7 years where they say, dude, you're good. Like, you're good.
Yeah.
You don't even need to come back for checkups. And I was like, are you sure? Like, I'm so used to being like in tune with them. And every time I'd get a little stomach pain or gas or something weird, I'd eat something weird and my stomach didn't like it. I'd be like, oh, fuck. Cancer. Like, it's, no, fuck. When's my next appointment? Like, I want to go get it checked out. You know, I was so anxious about it and so scared about it. But over time, I started to realize, like, hey, I got through this. You know,
man.
I had a huge zipper on my stomach, and every day I would look at it, and every day it would remind me of what I went through. And I realized that, gosh, every day I look at this, it makes me think of cancer. So I did what any other person would do, is go get a fucking tattoo and cover it up. So, dude, I have a huge tattoo on my stomach now, but mentally, it kind of blocked that part of my life out. Not really. Yeah.
Just put it in the rearview mirror, man. Yeah.
Instead of me focusing on every time I look in the mirror and seeing it and thinking like, oh God, it's going to come back. God, it's going to come back. It's going to come back and get me. Cancer always comes back. Yeah. Everybody always says cancer comes back. I lived with that. I lived with that mentality of looking and seeing it and looking down and seeing that scar. And I was like, I can't do this. I can't do this. I need to do something. I don't know. What can I do? And I went out and got a tattoo and covered it. The tattoo was not easy to get on that scar, dude.
I was going to say, tattoo artist looked at it.
Yeah, he looked at it. He's like, are you sure? And I have like this little soft spot right here. There's like a little soft spot right here where when it healed up from the bottom up. Yeah. And it's like the last little portion. And it was wild, dude, because this little soft spot, it was like a little dime-shaped soft spot, dude. Like this. But you could literally look in and see.
Shine a light.
You could see everything going on.
No shit. Yeah,
you could see crazy, inside, man. Yeah. So, and it was like chicken skin, dude. It was thin.
Yeah.
So it finally, over time got thicker and better, but
people get that on their brains when they have brain surgery too.
It's crazy. It's wild.
Well, some people, I mean, if you have issues with your abdominal muscles, some people don't have abdominal muscles, dude.
Yeah.
There's people that have braces that have, you know what I mean?
They have to hold themselves together.
Their shit together, and you take that off and everything's just there with like a thin layer of skin holding it in.
It's wild. And, got it covered up and started noticing that I'm not thinking about it no more.
Yeah, man.
And in a sense, I don't ever forget about it, but I do just, kind of like live my life without it. I just kind of like, okay, well, that was a bad part of my life. I'm going to let it go. Like, see you later. Give it a kiss goodbye. Like, okay, we had our fun. We had our times. That was a part of my life that was really nurturing because I hit a bottom, but I also came out from the bottom. I mentally, physically,
with new lessons learned.
Change you for
a new
better.
way of looking at life. Figuring out a way to deal with these stressors and stuff like that. And that's one thing, man, I always talk about as we go through these difficult times in our lives, and we're gonna wrap things up in a few minutes here. We go through these difficult times in our lives, and they seem so. Obviously, yours was very fucking life changing, but even little things in our lives, that seem so important at the time, so devastating. A girl breaks up with you, or something like that. Things aren't going your way. You pull lessons from those things, man, when you power through them, or you survive this, or you get past this girl and meet, the girl you're supposed to be with, or something like that. You pull lessons from all those bad things that have happened in your life. This is, just a huge example of that. A huge example. What's life like now, man? I know you guys got married. How long after you were done with all your treatment and everything was it that you guys got married?
I'm going to say a couple years. And, in my head, I just never wanted to marry Yvonne while I had this thing lingering because I didn't want to give her my burden. I didn't want to marry her knowing that, hey, I might die. Yeah. And then what kind of guy is that? What kind of man is that? Like, I don't want to do that to Yvonne. So, a couple years after, I'm going to say, I think it was 3 years after, maybe 4.
Two beautiful boys, happily married. I love my wife. I love my family, and everything's great in my life right now. I couldn't have pictured where I'm at now. Then. No way. I am totally loving my life. And that's, I'm glad you said that, man, because, I've had dark times in my life too, man. And being older now and getting through that stuff, and just like you it's something very serious and got through it. you look back and you remember how difficult and how just bleak everything looked at that time, and how you have thoughts of there's no way I'm going to get through this, man.
Yeah.
You know, and then now you look at yourself and you're like, fuck, all right, God, that was tough. But fuck, I got through that. Fuck, I can get through anything.
That's
man.
it. Yeah.
Things turn out good.
If I can get through this, I can get through anything. And now, like I said, I feel like I'm indestructible in a weird way, but you know, I just feel like, man, if it comes, I can handle it. You know, I've handled worse.
Yeah. Oh man, Albert.
I
wish we had some more time, dude. That was amazing story. I think you gave a lot of people a lot of inspiration. You
Definitely.
know, maybe not going through something that you did, but everybody goes through difficult shit in their lives, man. And just like you looking at those kids in the hospital, you know, maybe somebody listening to this to hear your story and goes, fuck, man, maybe this shit I'm going through ain't that bad, and I can power through it. It's not going to be so bad,
man.
This meant a lot, man. Thanks for sharing it.
Where can they check out your social media? Or do you have anything that you want to put out there or promote or anything like that?
Yeah, I got Instagram. It's Elevate OWLUV8, and that's pretty much it. That's all I got.
Cool, man.
Hey, I want to thank you too, man, because especially when you were sharing the initial part of your story of being in Whittier and then getting yourself into City of Hope. I mean, that's basically what a big part of my job is, my day job at MAC. When we're not doing, you know, MCI stuff or stuff for the field guys, we're doing transfers into county, into USC, into Harbor for those specialties and things. And what we do is we get people submitted to us, cases submitted to us, and we have to determine who has the best chance of us helping them because we have limited space and limited beds. We pick that in the same way you pitched yourself to the doctor. We pitch to doctors to take this guy basically and see if we can work this and get them through. We don't get to get everybody, obviously, which is why we have to be, you know, selective. But I think a lot of people, at least where I work, will lose track of that these are, you know, real people. Yeah, it's not just our work. It's not just cases. And when we can pull it off, we're giving people a second chance, you know, to life, to have, you know, more birthdays, more parties. And we never get a chance to like put that together with the actual person. You know what I mean? Not that you were a Matt case.
No, yeah.
It's like
it's
a similar kind of thing. And that's why I get surprised too when a lot of guys want to transfer out or go to another department or work for another area of the county. And it's like, this is kind of cool that we get to do this. You know what I mean? Yeah. And so talking to you lives. And having you tell the story like that, it really drives it home, man. I really appreciate that, dude. It's great. Man. Yeah.
You can find me at Danny Gonzo 34 on Instagram and Twitter.
You can follow me at Ben9Humor, Ben number 9 Humor, like benign tumor, on Instagram and Twitter. You can follow the show at PRC Pod on Instagram and Twitter, or PRC Podcast on TikTok. You can also email us, contactprcpod@gmail.com.
And listen, guys, I should have said this earlier, but if you listen to this podcast and you enjoy the podcast, thank you all so much for subscribing and joining us, all the new listeners that we have over the past few weeks. Really appreciate you guys tuning in and listening. If you listen to the podcast, you made it all the way back here and you haven't turned it off yet, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, all that stuff. Leave a comment, all that stuff. You know, the computers that run our entire world and our lives now and tell us what to think. Take all that stuff, and that's what helps us grow as a podcast. So I would really appreciate it if you just took a little time and hit that heart button or whatever it is that makes you like the podcast. Yeah, man, great episode. Thank you so much for sharing the story. I know it's tough to talk about stuff like that. We've been trying to get you in for a long time and linking up our schedules and shit. But you know, the county schedule's all fucked up. But of course. All right, man. Thank you guys so much. You guys have a good day. We'll see you.
Bye-bye.
Yeah. Hey. All right. Hey. Yeah, I mean. Hey. Please do remain calm. About to run against it and with a little bit of soul, no times. Bread.